In this video, I recreated Clash of Clans but in 3D. I have taken this iconic game to a whole new level. Imagine your favorite villages, epic battles, and those wild troops but in 3D. This is going to be a crazy video.
I started off by creating a new project in Godot and came up with a very original name. Next, I created a ground mesh, added a camera, and set up an environment. After that, I spent some time coding the camera movement. This was the code I came up with if you are interested. I then made the camera move with WASD buttons and also made the zoom smooth. I looked online to find a placeholder grass texture and downloaded this texture, only to find out it's not seamless. I then hopped into paint.net and created a textures. It was my first time making a texture, so I didn't know what was I doing, but it ended up pretty good. I first made a cube follow the mouse cursor, then I made a system for buildings. Now before you place a building, a green placeholder appears. I also made it snap to a grid. Now you can place a building, and if its position isn't valid, the color turns red and you can't place anything there. I also made it so you can't place buildings outside the grid. Then I tried to add support for large buildings. Hopefully it should be fixed now, and it crashed. I even tried to ask ChatGPT. I ended up rewriting the entire building system. Here's a quick time lapse. The new building system is working and it supports larger sizes. I got a bit carried away while building. I then began to work on walls. I made a model in Blender. This looks more like a missile than a wall. Here is the model in game. I also make a mesh for each side. After some time, I managed to make them connect to each other. I also added a texture to it. Okay, enough time pass. It's time to get serious. I downloaded a plugin and added some grass. I then made a quick temporary model for the gold mine. Here are they in game. I also changed the model of walls. I made a progress bar texture and added a gold bar at the top. Now, if you place gold mines, they all generate you gold. If the gold becomes full, they will show exclamation mark. I added a label to show amount of gold. Then I made a grid that appears when you are placing a building. I downloaded Elixir collector model. I will make my own better models later. I added materials to it in Blender. I added an Elixir bar as well. In middle of this, my mouse gave up. The right button is broken now. This is what I achieved during this video. Creating a Clash of Clans inspired game is no small task. It's going to take multiple videos to cover everything, from the basics to advanced features. Plus, I've got to balance this with studying and my occasional outdoor adventure. Yes, I do touch grass. If you found this video entertaining, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next part.